Concept of alien life or UFOs have long been part of the international zeitgeist and narrative, if you will, with shows ranging from X-Files, Dark Skies, First Wave, and so many others. But the question we find ourselves asking is the concept fiction than something more than it is science? Or is there life among the cosmos? I'm Mortika Lacrosse, and this is Paranormal Plus. So we're going to go with our first story for this Paranormal Plus, which, as you can tell by the intro, is about UFOs and alien life. Now, recent thing, according to NASA, there's this live video of a fleet of 10 UFOs that have been spotted near the International Space Station. Mr. MBB333, a UFO investigator, has released a screenshot obtained by a stargazer that purports to show the UFOs circling the space station above the southern Atlantic Ocean. Now, as you can see, that's kind of actually behind. That is the particular footage that was taken of the objects that are near the space station. As you can see from the photo, I'll put it on the screen. Okay, so there you saw. Now, captured images often it was
It's in Japanese.
Enigmatic black objects around the International Space Station. The path is above the southern Atlantic Ocean. Conspiracy theorists believe that this could be UFOs following the space station. The NASA live stream footage shows orb-like objects, which have sparked a lot of debate among people on social media. The investigator that found it provided a screenshot obtained by the stargazer. He captioned on YouTube, "At roughly 8:30 a.m., this is a screen snap from the International Space Station above the South Atlantic. 10 mysterious objects traveling over the planet Earth with a space station." Alien hunters have remarked on the photographs and proposed various theories. One person stated, "I just checked the ISS cameras and those small particles are still present." Another wrote, "Appears to me this is a slew of Black Knight probes." Now, if you don't know, Black Knight probes is a reference to the well-known notion that there is an extraterrestrial spaceship orbiting the Earth, and that apparently NASA has covered it up, according to such said conspiracy theory. Now, some people believe it's advanced data collection technology. Airbuoys like sensors measuring data, one person added, most commonly known as Starlink. According to the Daily Star, truth seeker Graham witnessed numerous unexplained orbs whizzing past IS cameras during a live stream last month. He recorded them on camera and replayed them in slow motion. It appears to be completely spherical, similar to other UAPs that have been documented and seen around Earth's skies. So, question, what exactly do you think it is, these objects that, here it is, sorry, there and right there, my screen. Are these UFOs, or now as they call them, unidentified probes, I think is the new term that the NASA is calling them? What is your theory of what these things are? Is it UFOs and alien life? Comment down below, and I'll leave also in the description bar, I'll leave the link to the article that I was reading a little bit from about this unidentified objects. Is there alien life among us? Or is this a hoax? So this next story, as part of this Paranormal Plus video, is about a prison where the prisoners claim that a UFO flew over their prison and they developed a mysterious rash of unknown origins. Most likely due to the radiation of the UFO. Okay, so the prison, let's see where it said it was at, in Dorset, claimed to see a UFO hovering above their jail before they all came down with the mysterious rash. One inmate told Inside Times he was left speechless by the incident earlier this year while he was in the exercise yard. In a letter to Prison Magazine, he said, "I do not believe in the supernatural or aliens from Mars, but what we recently saw here in prison was really very strange and still leaves me speechless. My landing was out on exercise, all doing our own thing. Some were working out, and others, like me, were walking around. You get the picture. I spotted a hawk upon the battlements, just hovering like it spotted a mouse or something. He explains that he saw this like bright light while he was in the exercise yard, and it started to come closer and closer. It was actually hovering above their exercise area, about 100 feet or so above them. The person said in the area, including the prison guards, stood there and staring up at the identified object. He added, the object started to shrink and collapse in on itself and just dissolved into a cloud of mist. Then it started raining on us, and the next day we all came out in a red rash. The prisoner thinks that it may have been a secret military craft from a nearby base, but he's not sure. But of course, it also could be alien life. So it also could be because of aliens. A lot of people have said because of how the UFO spacecraft works, or how they believe that unidentified flying objects or UFOs from outer space work because of the radiation underneath. It's radiation, and radiation and humans don't mix quite well. And so what these prisoners could have got is some type of extreme radiation poisoning, if you will. The fact that the prisoners and then the prison guards themselves also said, hey, it was a UFO. This may be aliens. Just kind of gives more credence to the story, if you will. So comment down below of what you think of this particular story. Do you think it was a UFO, or do you think that one prisoner might be right and it actually might be just kind of an experimental government aircraft? I'd like to hear your feedback on the story. Also, in the description bar down below will be the link to this article that is talking about this particular story. And now, on to the next story in this episode of Paranormal Plus. So for this last part of the video, if you will, did you know that Arizona is listed as number 9 for the most UFO sightings? That's right. Now, California, who is number 1 for the most reported sightings of UFOs, is number 1 with 619 sightings, followed by Florida with 398, Washington with 368, Texas with 297, New York with 289, Ohio with 239, Oregon with 236. Now, most of the common UFO types of common UFO reported is mysterious lights, which make up about 1,777 of UFO sightings worldwide, making them the far and away the most common type of UFO. The second most are circles with 886 sightings, and spheres with 444 sightings. The least common is the lowly cone-shaped kind of UFOs, which are only spotted 14 times per year. So believe it or not, but most UFO sightings are actually more common between 8 p.m. and midnight. Spring is actually the best time. Researchers found that between April and March had by far the most sightings, with 1,045 and 828 UFO reports respectively. December has the least sightings with only 370. July is relatively an average month for UFO sightings, despite the fact that July 2nd is UFO awareness. So, these stories that you just heard in this video, are they true? Or is the truth still out there? You decide. I've been your host, Mortika Lacrosse. This has been Paranormal Plus. Bye.